To begin the alignment procedure, you will need the proper depth rod, space rod, and setup key. Our instructions tell us to use the 3/32 cutter and guide and vise set A. The first step in aligning the rods is to insert the proper guide into the right collet. Insert the 3/32 guide into the collet, leaving it extended about 1/2 inch. Secure with the 1/8 inch Allen wrench. If your rods came separate from your machine, or if you need to realign your rods, you would use the following procedure. Use the 1/8 inch Allen wrench provided with the machine to remove the 2 Allen screws from the table of the key machine. As you insert a rod into the machine, you must lock the carriage. Here we are showing the depth hub. Move the carriage to the left to locate the locking point of the hub under the table. When you have located the locking point of the hub under the table, insert a 3/32 Allen wrench into the hole. When you first insert the Allen wrench, it will most likely not be in the locked position. Insert the depth rod into the machine. Thread the rod onto the hub with a screwdriver. As you turn the screwdriver, the Allen wrench will drop into the locking point. Continue rotating the screwdriver until the rod comes to a complete stop against the hub. Do not turn the rod onto the hub using the black knob on the end of the rod. Next, we need to insert our setup key into the right vise. Lay the handheld tip stop flat against the back of the right vise. Slide the setup key into the vise until the tip touches the handheld tip stop. Secure the key in the vise using the thumb screw on the right side of the vise. Using the handle on the right side of the machine, lower the guide into the channel in the center of the setup key. Tighten in this position with a large knob in the front of the machine. Lower the guide only far enough to get into the channel. It does not need to drag on the bottom of the key blank. Turn the depth rod to the 4R position and tighten the thumb screw on the depth rod. Next, rotate the depth rod until you feel the detent drop into place. Turn the rod to the 1R depth position. To align the depth rod, insert a flat screwdriver into the center of the depth rod. Begin turning the screwdriver until the right side of the guide is lined up with the inside right track of the setup key. Use the lever on the left side of the machine to move the carriage in and out until you feel a slight drag on the guide. With the guide aligned properly, tighten the Allen screws on the neck of the depth rod to secure it in place. Your depth rod is now aligned properly and should not require readjustment. Loosen the thumb screw on the depth rod to prepare for the next step. Tighten the thumb screw on the space rod to engage the rod. You should now feel the rod snap from one position to the next. Using the lever on the left side of the machine, position the guide so it can enter the cut on the center of the key. Rotate the space rod to the number 1 space position. Insert a flat screwdriver into the center of the space rod. Begin turning the screwdriver until the guide is lined up with the cutout on the right side of the setup key. Use the lever on the left side of the machine to move the carriage left and right to be sure the guide is positioned properly. Secure the Allen screws on the throat of the space rod. The rod is now properly aligned. Loosen the thumb screw to the left of the space rod to disengage the rod. Remove the setup key from the right vise and replace both Allen screws in the table. Loosen the large lock knob in the front of the machine and remove the 3/32 guide from the right collet. This concludes the alignment procedure.